The woman casually presented a painting of a codfish. The judges were stunned. The codfish in the painting seemed alive, and the accompanying hibiscus flowers even emitted a delicate fragrance. After the president's shock, he immediately realized that the wife he had always despised was actually a disciple of the embroidery saint and his savior. It turned out that the president had been bullied as a child, which led to his withdrawn personality. It was a kind little girl who comforted him and gave him an embroidery piece, which revived his spirit. After growing up, the president invested heavily, establishing an embroidery brand, hoping to find the little girl who had embroidered. Unfortunately, the embroiderer he hired was of limited skill, and she never achieved fame. Later, by chance, he learned of the embroidery master's secluded location. He personally led everyone up the mountain to visit him, hoping to invite him out. Upon reaching the mountain, he discovered the panda on the embroidery master's cuff was identical to the one the little girl had given him. He quickly questioned the embroidery master, who smiled and told him it was his apprentice. The president then asked to meet his apprentice and offered to hire him for the same price. Seeing the president's handsome appearance and potential, Xiai Shun agreed to let him go upstairs to talk to the apprentice. But just as the president was about to go upstairs, he suddenly received a call from home. It turned out that his grandmother had demanded that he return home and get married immediately. The president had no choice but to excuse himself. Just as he had left, the woman received a call from her mother, demanding that she return home and get married immediately. Upon returning home, the woman immediately protested to her mother. Unbeknownst to her, her husband was also being pressured into marriage by his family. The woman, impressed by the president's handsome appearance, was hesitant about how to bring up the terms of the agreement. Unexpectedly, the president's secretary handed her a postnuptial agreement. It stated that the two parties had only agreed to marry, but were not to interfere with each other's lives or disclose their marriage, or else pay a 100 million yuan penalty. The woman was momentarily stunned. The narcissistic president then explained that he had someone he loved and urged her not to let her wishful thinking get the better of her. The woman was furious, and her good impression of the president vanished. She signed her name without even glancing at it. The two quickly completed the formalities. After leaving the Civil Affairs Bureau, the president had his assistant hand the woman a card containing 3 months' living expenses and urged her to leave him alone.